Hi, Simon. I'm going to quickly go through some of the major changes that I've done so you can actually see what I've done and how I've actually achieved it. One of the things I think I've done is a drum. I have an EQ that I put in there, just accentuating some of the bass, cutting some of the muddiness, and there was a ringing there from the snare, so I took that one down. And then compressor is very simple compression, a bit high compression so we can get a little bit of punchiness, and adjust it a little bit of knee so it's nice and soft there. It doesn't straight away come on, gives you a smooth transition. And the rest is pretty much self-explanatory. If not, you can always let me know. And from here, for the drum, I'm also sending you some drum reverb to get a bit of ambience, and also using some side chain to the bass. Basically what that does is this one here is attached to this compressor, so whenever basically the kick drum comes on, the compressor turns some of the bass down so you can hear the kick coming through. And for the bass, I'm just EQ'd it so it gives a nice smooth bass, and accentuating some of the top so you get some of the finger noises back in there. I decided not to use your ampere because that's distorting it already and it's not required. And again, the compressor 3 to 8 compression, and this is the side chain, so it's enabled, and you've got side chain coming in that's controlling the bass guitar when the kick drum comes on, or the drums coming on. So that's done. As with the one of the electric guitars, again, just simple compression, and I'm just using simple EQ to shape the guitar to make it nice tone. I'm using the ampere here, and I have some tremolo added to it and some reverb to give nice it suits the song. And the compression is just 2 to 1 compression, just to get rid of some of the harshness out. And the finger picking one, it's just EQ. Again, equalize it, got some of the nasty sounds out and brighten up a bit. And with the compressor, it's very simple, fast attack, just to capture some of the top harshness, make it really nice and smooth. And the chorus guitar, I'm just EQing it, and then I'm just singing it straight to the ampere, so there's no compression. The compression is done in it, so it's nice and smooth. And you also notice that some of the panning I'm using hard left and hard right, but I do have some automation. This panning and volumes actually move throughout the song to make it a bit more dynamic. And the chop guitar, I'm compressing it very hard, 7.9, and with fast attack and slow release, so gives it that nice tone. And with the EQ, again, just very smooth. I'm hardly doing anything, just getting rid of some of the low end and then some of the top end. And then I'm using bit delay with zero feedback, so you get a bang 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 sound that you're trying to get here with a quarter beat there, and we'll hear that in a minute. And then the lead guitar is I'm using red light distribution distortion to give it some distortion and grit. Then I'm basically cutting all the low ends, and again I'm giving some bit delay to make it really nice nice feel to it. So it's the lead and solo. And I should mention that for all of these I do have subgroups. So the drum has a group, all the guitars has a group, so that I can adjust the drums as well as the other which ones are they, the handshakers and tambourines and so on together. And then the guitars all together as well, and there is a reason for it, which we'll come to in a minute. And then you've got the piano grouped together, and the strings grouped together. I had to duplicate the string, make it a bit more brighter, and then you've got the vocals bus to control both vocals. So I've done that as well. And with the strings, I basically have two of them. I duplicated one, and then I basically detuned one. Where are we? Let's have a look at the information. I think the second one, strings 2, would have been that one or that one. Right, I've added it to give a bit more dynamics to it. The one to go to the left and hard left, and then a little bit more to the left. So it gives a wider string and much more fuller string sound. And as with the equalization, as you can see, this one, I'm accentuating the top end to make it brighter, where this one, the first string, it's much less, and getting rid of the low end as well. So that's the difference between the two, as you can see. And the piano, I'm just giving it ambience. And the strings are also getting Vox slap, so they'll get different effects there as well. With the piano, again, I'm getting rid of some of the nasty sounds. Even though it's the built-in, I know that the built-in piano has some, the Presence XT has some things there, so that's what I'm doing. And then compressing it very gently, just middle compression. And with this piano, which comes on at the break, which is an audio one, right there. So again, I EQ'd it, got some of the low end and the muddiness, and some of the middle, and again, mid compression. As you can see, it's very gentle compression in there, just to get some of the thing transients. And of course, there's piano break is also doing a side chain, and the side chain is going to the guitar. Now let's talk about the guitar after I talk about the vocal. Now with the vocal, I have quite a few things happening. I'm just getting rid of some of DC offset. There is, I don't know how it is recorded, whether it's from the audio interface or not. The vocals do have some DC offset, so I'm clearing that one up with that. Then I'm using the gate to get rid of anything in between, so it's nice and clean. And then I EQ'd it, got some of the harshness out and some of the muddiness. It wasn't that much I need to do. And then the compressor, again, middle compression, a lot of softness, so it's nice and soft, fast attack and normal release. So that's taking care of your vocal. And not sure what TC Helicon is. I left it there. I'm sending it to some ambience to give it some reverb and slapback effect, which is this one here, and also a sidechain to the guitar. Now the piano and the guitars are being sidechained. The guitars are being sidechained by the vocal as well as the piano, so that what happens is the whole of the guitar has a compressor, the guitar bus, and then that's being sidechained. So whenever the vocal is on or the lead, piano break comes on, the guitars are automatically compressed down, so the volume goes lower, and that's only if the vocal is on and the piano. So that gives the vocal a chance to be on top of the guitars and without noticeably. So that automatically compresses those guitars down. So that's what it's there for. It's similar to the drums, where the drums where the bass guitar is being sidechained by the drums to give the drums a bit more chance to stand out. And yep, messages coming through for the next job. And the harmonies, I'm not doing much other than the EQing it and a little compression. I tend not to give any effects to the harmonies because they are in the background and you've got enough ambience and slapback here. Otherwise, it will overpower the main vocal. So I tend not to give any harmonies, any effects. But if you want to add later on some ambience, you are most welcome to do that. And of course, the reverb is just room reverb that you already had with minor adjustments. And then the ambience, I think it's mix verb. Again, I think I did very minor adjustment there. And the Vox slap is analog delay. I think I did I adjusted the synchronization a bit time there, so it's nice and smooth. And it's not, so the slapback echo is not on top of your vocals, it's in the background. And then of course there's the buses. The drum bus doesn't have anything, it just allows me to control the bus volume, the drums volume. The guitar has the compressor for the sidechain. Piano bass again has the compressor and just compressing, but very, very gently. The strings have a compressor again, very high compression for the strings afterwards, so both of them together. And the vocal bus has nothing, again, just to control volume. And on the main bus, I do have a compressor, just very gentle, 1.5 to 1, very simple compressor, just to get that final bit of the mix down into nice levels, and then equalizing it so that it's nice and balanced on this end, and getting some of the muddiness out. And that's about it. So let's have a listen to what it sounds like after I mixed it. Oh, actually, before we go to that one, I do have some automation. So let's open up the automation. Let's get rid of that. So some of the automation is the electric guitar. Right at the end, I'm adding some automated some reverb, so because it was finishing off very abruptly, so it's just all of a sudden the whole guitar stops. So I added right at the end some reverb. So what this does is in the actual mix in here, as you can see, I've got ambience, but at the moment it's 0. But as it reaches the end, that send goes up and up and up. That sort of like turning on the ambience or reverb to that guitar just before it finishes, so it sort of rolls off very nicely and gently. So that's what that's for. And then I have the piano is automated so that it goes up and down in volume at different times of the song, so that this piano, the presence piano, is lowered while you've got this piano on, so that they don't conflict with each other. And the other automation that I had done was with the guitar. Yes, with the guitar. Some of the guitars, as you can see, I'm using panning and volume in the last outro so that it finishes off nice and smooth. So because of different volumes and different playing and different notes being played, so by using the automation, I'm adjusting the volume as well as the pan to cover things up to make it sound much nicer and smooth finish. Yep, I think that's about it. So let's have a listen to what the song sounds like. Obviously, you'll get the MP3 as well exported from here, and then you can mix your own later on. Cheers.
Sometimes it's there under your nose, and you take love for granted, but baby, you gotta know that you are the one for me. True love will conquer it all. And you know what they say when two hearts beat as one. Don't ever leave me, just stay here beside me. We're working our way through life, not merely just surviving. It's you and me against the world, you and me alone. We'll make it on the love we have within our happy home. Let's just lay on the sofa a while, watching the TV. How about a foot rub? I'll go on the bathtub, relax in the bubbles, then we'll watch some more TV.
Well, that's it. Hope you like it. Hope it was helpful. Hope you learned something. Let me know. More than happy to help. Cheers.